Last time we talked about bad responses in conversation, and it was a tremendously powerful cognitive awakening for me. For a long time, I was confused about why my genuinely kind sharing kept getting such bad responses in return. Now I get it. It's probably never about what I say or share, but what's happening in the other person. There's nothing wrong with learning, evolving, and sharing. Perhaps the only unwise thing I've done is misjudge the timing. Some of those frustrating conversations may have happened when the other person was mentally stressed or simply tired. Either I missed the signs of their low energy or they hit them well. And this is one of the tools I'm going to share with you now. Before we get to the tools, let's review the 3 bad response patterns we covered. When someone says, "I don't know anything about that," and stops there, it may reflect a fear of entering a space where they might be wrong, exposed, or corrected. When someone gets irritated after being offered new information, it may point to accumulated anger at reality itself, at being blocked, corrected, left behind, or told too late what should have been available earlier. And when someone gives a non-sequitur, it may be because high internal preoccupation, reduced executive control, and trauma-related or depressive rumination make it harder to maintain coherent, outwardly oriented conversation. These 3 patterns, deflecting, reacting, and wondering, can look different on the surface, but they often share a common shape, a communication system under pressure. Now, as the person who offered something, an idea, a piece of research, or a new perspective, and got a deflection, a flare-up, or a non-sequitur in return, let's build our toolkit. Tool number 1. Don't over-explain. Don't repeat louder. This is the first and most important thing. The instinct, when someone doesn't respond to what you said, is to say it again, more clearly, with more evidence. But we have to know this. The problem we encountered was not an information gap. It was partly emotional, partly protective, and partly relational. More information, delivered with more force, will likely increase the defensiveness rather than dissolve it. This is well supported in a research on motivational interviewing, an evidence-based communication approach originally developed for clinical contexts, now applied broadly. Direct confrontation often entrenches clients further into defensiveness, whereas a guiding approach that explores rather than judges keeps the path open. Motivational interviewing responds to resistance with empathy rather than argument. A key strategy is rolling with resistance rather than fighting it. You're not their therapist, but the principle applies. Pushing harder is almost never the move. Tool number 2. Stay brief. Ask rather than tell. If the relationship matters and you want to keep the door open, the most effective thing you can do after encountering a shutdown is ask an open question rather than make another statement. Try not to say, "But did you hear what I said about X?" which restates your position and implicitly criticizes their response. Try to say, "I'm curious what you think about it." Or simply, "What's your take?" Open-ended questions cannot be answered with yes or no, and they invite a person to speak freely. By asking open-ended questions alongside reflective listening, you dramatically reduce defensiveness and keep the conversation open. This is also the Taoist principle of non-forcing, 无为, not passivity, but responsive, well-timed action that works with the natural state of things rather than against it. You cannot force open a door that is defended, but you can stand near it patiently and let the other side decide whether to open it themselves. Tool number 3. Notice whether genuine engagement is actually available. Not every conversation partner is capable of genuine engagement at this moment. Some people are not. This is not a judgment. It's a reading of the situation. A mind overshaped by fixed categories and defensive preconceptions cannot meet the world freshly. Taoist Pu, meaning the uncarved block, represents a state of low preconception and high receptivity. When that state is absent, the mind is already full. You cannot add to a cup that has no room in it. Lao Tzu in chapter 11 of the Tao Te Ching teaches that it is the empty space inside a cup that makes it useful. A cup packed solid is not a cup. If someone's internal landscape is currently full of unprocessed anger, grief, or threat, there may simply be no room for what you brought. This is important information. Let's use it to decide where to invest our conversational energy. Tool number 4. Choose low-stakes moments, not loaded ones. If the relationship matters and you want to try again, timing is everything. Moments of pressure, fatigue, stress, or perceived criticism are the worst conditions for introducing new ideas to someone with a defended communication system. Choose low-stakes, low-pressure moments with casual proximity, shared activities, or any moments that don't feel like tests. Those are where walls come down, if they come down at all. Tool number 5. Tend to your own anger about it. If you have encountered these patterns repeatedly from the same people, real anger can build up on your side too. The anger of being ignored, of offering something genuine but having it deflected or dismissed, of feeling unseen. That anger is valid. As we've talked about on this channel, it needs somewhere to go. That isn't suppression or explosion. Log it down. My 2-column anger logbook with when and what happened is a good place to start. Then make use of it. Channel it into writing or art. Use it to clarify what you need from conversations, and go meet people, so you can slowly identify who's actually capable of giving it to you. Next time you talk to these communication shutdowners, stop forcing. Read the room. Protect your energy, and tend to your own anger when you receive a bad response. It is the backdrop against which we can highlight truly nourishing conversations. If you find this useful, hit like and subscribe. And thank you. Your attention and interest in translating anger is received.